So after the debate, it was announced that AOC, Ilhan Omar, and Rashida Tlaib all endorsed Bernie Sanders. Now, I think Tlaib's endorsement, if it's still coming, it has not been made official yet, but AOC's and Ilhan's endorsements are official. Now, this came after the debate, so this is a post-debate discussion on CNN. Jake Tapper's talking with other people on here. And here you see CNN's John King. Watch how he reacts to this news of these endorsements for Bernie Sanders.
That special guest is going to be Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She's the freshwoman phenom from that part of the country, that part of New York. She's going to be endorsing Bernie Sanders. And I'm also told sources say that Ilhan Omar and Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, Congresswoman Omar, Congresswoman Tlaib from Minnesota and Michigan, respectively, also going to be endorsing Bernie Sanders. So even if he's not a headline out of this evening, he has some headlines coming.
It's an extension of what we see tonight, a debate about not only who is going to lead the party, but where is the party going to go? Which part of the party is going to lead the party into the 2020 election? They are more of the younger, fresher face, more aggressive, more liberal, less compromising. Let's talk about working with Republicans. And one of the questions for Bernie Sanders has been, in a very different race this time, can he find a lane to victory? There is no doubting his fundraising. There is no doubting the depth of his support across the country. But is it in the teens? Can he get into 20s? How do you win? That will certainly help him. But it will also, I think, Senator Klobuchar is coming in to join us now, have some of the other candidates say, wait a minute. Is this too far left? Is this too uncompromising? Is it too urban? Is it too internet? Does the Democratic Party need to find a broader audience? It is going to stoke the very debate we saw play out on the stage tonight.
Yes. Bernie Sanders. Too urban. His campaign is too urban with these sorts of endorsements. I mean, when you have too many people of color behind you, wow, is this campaign too urban to win? I'm sure you all remember 2016. Bernie is too white. His campaign's too white. Can Bernie be able to get people of color? I mean, all his supporters appear to be white, mostly Bernie bros. And now all of a sudden, because he has this incredibly diverse support base and big endorsements like AOC and Ilhan Omar, is it too urban? Is this campaign too urban? Just, they will never credit Bernie Sanders or his campaign for anything. And if they do credit him for something, like John King mentions here briefly, his fundraising, they're going to give him, it's going to be a backhanded compliment. It's going to be, well, sure, he's fundraising well, but is his campaign too urban? Is he going to be able to reach, people all across the country? Can he get into the 20s? How about bringing up polls that show how Bernie has been consistently defeating Trump since 2016 in every matchup? Not to mention, as we're going to get to later, I can't spoil it yet, but some key states where Bernie is the only person defeating Trump in that state. So keep in mind here, when we're looking at matchups between Trump and Biden and Trump and Bernie, Trump and Warren, those popular vote matchups don't really matter because Hillary Clinton defeated Trump in the popular vote in 2016 as well. What actually matters are state by state. So is Biden defeating Trump in key swing states? Is Warren? Is Bernie? Look at that. That's what actually matters right now. And on top of that, what actually matters is who has the grassroots campaign to be able to push yourself to victory in the election in 2020 that Hillary Clinton did not have in 2016. Hillary Clinton had no excitement behind her. It was all just the standard Democratic voters, and she was not able to get out enough non-voters and independents out to vote for her because she was not speaking on a message that really excited most people. And a lot of those people also knew who Clinton was and knew who she represented in terms of Wall Street, big donors, corporate interests. So that kind of candidate suppresses the vote, whereas a candidate that actually speaks for the people and has a history of doing that, that excites people out to vote. Not to mention if that candidate is an independent senator, a lifelong independent. That also says something. One more thing on this endorsement stuff. So there were a lot of funny reactions to the endorsements. People, like, if you were actually surprised that AOC and Ilhan Omar endorsed Bernie over, say, Warren or somebody else, then you don't really know their politics all that well. I mean, I guess you could say the only part that I really found surprising was, I guess, the timing. I just didn't expect it now. I thought the endorsements would come closer to each of their states. But I think this is the perfect time to endorse him. Right after he has the heart event, right after the first debate, really almost sort of a relaunch of the Sanders campaign with these 2 massive endorsements, eventually 3 with Tlaib, and being able to carry that into next year when the voting starts and have people like AOC and Ilhan Omar, on TV fighting for you, that's going to have an impact. But I want to show this reaction because this dude is just, he's too much. Markos Moulitsas. So he is the founder of Daily Kos, a website that used to be something back in 2004, 2005, 2006. Has since sort of completely dissipated into nothing. Nobody really goes here anymore. It doesn't really mean anything. This guy is not a movement leader. He's a nobody. Here's what he tweeted out. Can't wait to see how this registers. So this is in reaction to the endorsements. Can't wait to see how this registers, if at all. We've evolved past endorsements. No one cares. Will AOC be the exception? Like, you know, if AOC, Ilhan Omar endorsed Elizabeth Warren or anybody else in the race, Kamala Harris, Markos Moulitsas would be like, oh, that's it. The campaign's over. Why doesn't everyone else just drop out? Why is Bernie still in the race? You now see the endorsements from AOC and Ilhan Omar. They're the future of the party. Whoever they endorse, that's who you should actually support because that's the future of the party. That's how you get people out to vote. That's how you excite voters. But here, they endorsed Bernie. Oh, do endorsements even matter? I've been saying this for a while. These endorsements really don't have any impact at all. It doesn't matter that these are, the 3 most popular Congress people. None of this matters. Who cares if they have, the most followers on Twitter? None of this matters. These endorsements don't mean anything. Unbelievable. Like the total lack of shame. These I was gonna call them a name, but maybe I'll be nice. These people that are now insignificant but still have somewhat of a, I guess kind of this had 371 likes. This is nothing. 57 retweets. You can tell this guy really doesn't have the pull that maybe he used to. Nobody cares about him anymore. It's just fun to laugh at. Something for entertainment.